we are back on the road. We are headed to Boar in the Woods. Hopefully we can get in there tomorrow. We're just going to be spectating. Yeah, driving the old Roadmaster. This is going to be a nice little test. The new suspension and well, that's pretty much it right now. We'll have a new rear end hopefully by the time we do Six Smoky, but yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to run down through Iowa, over through Illinois, into Indiana, over by Indianapolis is kind of where it is, southwest of Indianapolis. So yeah, we're going to show you a few things along the way, hopefully. Maybe make some time for some stops and stuff. There's been some talk about maybe just swinging by Motion Raceworks, and even if we just, you know, film as we go by or whatever, you know, or take a picture in the yard in front of their sign or something, I don't know. Yeah, but that's what we're planning on doing, so we will see you in a little while. Starts to mess up. So take two. Anyway, we are on our way to Boar in the Woods. We actually left the house without a video card, so we had to stop and get one. And then we stopped and had Five Guys. You know, that was a nice start to our little trip.
It still does it.
It does?
Yeah. Let me try up higher. Okay, try that.
So, anyway, yeah, but we're on our way. Stick with us. We're going to try and see a few things along the way. We're just going to be spectating at Boar in the Woods. This is just kind of one of those bucket list items that you just want to go see. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So stay tuned and have some fun with us. Well, good morning. We just ran through Motion Raceworks' parking lot. There wasn't a lot to see there. We could have stopped, but I think we're kind of running behind schedule, or at least further behind than I'd like to have. We got to the other side of Waterloo last night. Actually, I don't remember the name of the town. It's actually quite a ways out. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. We're coming into Davenport, Iowa, getting ready to go through the Quad City and out into Illinois. So we will catch up with you in a little bit, find something to, stop and look at along the way. We have not, researched this trip in any way. So this is all just, if we see something, we're going to stop, and this time we are going to stop because even though I feel like we're behind, we still have a whole bunch of time to get there. So yeah, we'll be back with you in a little bit. Made a quick stop in Andover, Illinois. Found this cool little park. We're going to do a drive-by and show you what we got out there. Yeah, that says there's an information center and there's a museum down here. Oop, my GPS signal's lost. There's a historical information center and a museum down here by the park, it looks like. We didn't go in. We just kind of quickly stopped and thought we'd get a look. So we hope you enjoy. They got their flags out front. I don't know if they do that just for Memorial Day, which it was last weekend, or if they leave them up all year round. I don't know. It's kind of cool. So I suppose we should. Oh, this window. Oh, here are the geese. We saw that there were geese somewhere because there's poop everywhere. So you gotta watch out for the geese bombs, but yeah. I don't know if that's a man-made little area or what, but it's kind of cool. It's a nice little park. Kind of cool. This must be the museum, looks like. Well, we're going to get back out on the interstate and get it done today, so.
going to call this take two. We got the microphone on now. I'm hoping everybody can hear me well. Anyway, so we're back from War in the Woods. We didn't do a lot of filming, as usual. We should have done more. It was a really cool experience. But we had some issues. I ended up having to repack bearings on this passenger side again. We were having some issues on the way out. It ate the outside bearing. And then now on the way back, it also ate the outside bearing. So what I'm doing is I am actually using a punch, and I'm punching the rollers to the inside of the hub, and that way I can kind of get the thing to move and come out. As you can see, there is the base of the bottom of the. As you can see, the bearing is welded to the spindle right now. So I've got to get that loose and try and figure out what's going on here. Yeah, we don't know what the shape of the inside bearing is yet, but we're going to find out. So, all right, we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, nope, don't turn it off, just go over. Okay, so I'm a little confused. The outside bearing, this was not greasy until I pulled this off here. I got them all punched in. I got the rotor off. This was completely dry till I pulled it off. This inside bearing is still completely wet, just fine. It's not eaten into the spindle. I don't know why this did this. This had grease on it and was packed just like every other time. I'm confused. If you look at this here, you can tell that the seal, I thought maybe the seal had let go, but this little bit of grease that's out the backside, that's just from me pulling it off, because here's the seal here still on the spindle, because I had to pull hard enough to pull that off because this is still welded on there. So yeah, we're gonna try and figure out what's going on here. Hopefully we can get this fixed. If not, I have found new, I guess, hub assemblies. I don't know what you call them actually, but they've got new spindles on them and everything that'll fit this car. Trying to not get grease all over my glasses. I can replace them and get new spindles. Like I said, when I was at War in the Woods, I'd been talking to a guy, and he had brought up the idea that maybe that they'd already had bearings seized to them, and then somebody had tried to fix them, and that's why we're having this issue. And maybe this outside bearing isn't fitting properly anymore, and that's, so we need to get something on there that's going to work, because it does seem to keep coming to this where this outside bearing is the one that is the problem. So anyway, we'll update you when we figure it out. Well, good afternoon. We are back here again, working on the Roadmaster. I ended up having to get a new spindle. I ended up not being able to peel that old bearing off completely, so I ended up grinding it so that I could at least drive it for a couple days. Put a bearing back in. I don't know. It kept coming loose, so I don't think it was very good. I don't know. Like, it worked for a little while. I wouldn't have kept driving it like that for sure. But now I ran over to Byron, Minnesota this morning and picked up a new spindle, and actually I cleaned it up just here a little bit ago, and it's over there. I'm painting it just so it matches everything. I know it needs to be cleaned in there. I don't know if you can see that. this is all from the campsite at War in the Woods. So, little Indiana mud over here. Yeah, I gotta get this cleaned up just so it matches. I'm gonna pull this piece because this piece is fairly clean on mine. And put it on the new one, or the new used one. That's what we're doing. You can see kind of how bad this went. There are lines all over it. I just couldn't get it clean. It just is not very good. The new one looks way better. We're going to take and get that put on, and then that'll probably be the end of this video. This is just kind of a mess around video. I don't even know what to call this, because there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff in here that just doesn't make any sense. Truth is, all this got messed up because I blew up the engine of the Firebird. I'm like, that's why we keep doing all this stuff. This obviously has been a problem for a while. Needs to be fixed. I'm hoping that this gets better, because it seemed like with that old spindle, actually the other one does it to me too a little bit, that they just don't seem to want to keep bearings on them for very long. I don't know what the problem is. This new spindle even had a couple marks around it, like it was, you know, the bearing was spinning around it pretty good too. So hopefully it's okay. It looks better than this one did, for sure. But yeah, we're now headed, getting this car ready to go to Six Summer. We're not participating, we're actually just volunteering, helping put some stickers on cars or something like that after they get checked in, the racers get checked in. So that's kind of all we're doing. So we'll probably catch you next time. I know this is kind of a weird video, didn't do very much in it really, but yeah, hopefully we'll get back to making some pretty good content here soon. Alright, catch you later.